Hello and welcome to Super Beet Podcast. I am the host for today's podcast, Bernie Jones. You can find me under Neurobuster on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here today with ladies' man and expert tactician Phil.
Hello. I'm so happy to be on Super Beet Podcast. I love beats, and they're really good for your heart.
And cyber sleuth and nationally acclaimed engineer Mike.
What's up, beaters? It's me, Mike.
Beaters! Wow. Oh. What's up, Mike? What's up, Bernie? We finally got a name for the podcast, didn't we?
We did it.
We did it.
So wait, what is Super Beet? What is this?
Yeah, what is that?
Super
actually?
Beet.
What is
like
what is a Super Beet?
So what do you think of when like the word super, comes before any other noun?
Nintendo.
Right? You got Super Nintendo. You got like
Man.
It's just like
Supers.
kind of cooler. It's just kind of better than the last beat.
Okay.
When you think of like Super Mario, like is it the little baby Mario or is it the Mario who ate the mushroom?
Yeah. And has the cape.
Yeah.
He has the yellow cape.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he's got ears and a tail.
Super Mario is like the Yellow King. That's a
The
thing,
ye-
right?
The yellow kink.
The Yellow King, isn't that a thing? That's from like True Detective season 1. The Yellow King. If you haven't
The
seen
only
it, watch
good
it.
Season.
Yeah, great season. Well, this is a video games podcast, right?
Yeah, this is a
Oh shit.
podcast. I mean, we talk about video games, anime, and pop culture like a True Detective.
Exactly.
Sometimes we talk about obscure stuff.
Usually we try to keep it video game centric, but stuff it gets. None of us simply play video games and nothing else. We consume all types of media. But the goal of this podcast is to keep it video game centric, and we are going to fail to do so.
Yeah. And to the viewers out there, I bet you're wondering, I bet you're thinking,
Viewers.
how are these guys, how are they any different from the rest of these, people, this room of guys in their 20s and 30s talking about, video
these
games
big
and stuff.
wigs, these fat cats out there with their big budget game podcast.
Yeah.
It's just like, how are they any different? Anyway,
Don't ask me.
yeah. I wanted to, I thought it'd be a good idea to start this podcast off with a, little exercise in improv, if you
Oh.
will. What do you guys, how do you guys feel about improv?
Yes.
It sounds fun. I mean, I think I am always improving. It's kind of like improv is like a state of mind.
It's kind of like jazz. It's kind of like freeform jazz.
But then actually improving though is like a thing where you go to a theater and you like have practice, like a deck hockey team, and you practice things and you learn skills or whatever that might help you on a podcast like this one. But I've never done that.
Neither have I.
But yeah, let's throw ourselves into the ring.
Hell yeah. Okay. So basically there's a little gimmick with this. So the scenario I'm going to propose is based on an actual scene from an actual piece of media. These are already established characters whose names I have, I'll redact them for the sake of keeping this a mystery.
Okay.
If you figure out what this is from, please keep that to yourself until the very end.
Okay.
So this scenario,
Okay.
was that Mike?
Go ahead.
Okay. So imagine story takes place in a sprawling city known as Twilight Town. This is the big.
All right. You got a hairball?
Yeah, it's my cat. Sorry. She's all right.
Twilight Town. Here we are.
Yeah.
It's sure,
You got-
it sure
you got
is
this?
dark out here.
Jesus. I
How's this?
fucking couldn't even get past the intro.
We can slap this one. We can slap this around.
It's Twilight Town is the biggest town in the known universe,
Wow.
and lies between the realms of dark and light.
It's got to be a big town.
Now, Mike, your character will simply be known as the captain of the Royal Knights.
Okay. Simply. No.
Very brave.
Got it.
Brave warrior,
Captain Simply.
must protect the king at all costs.
Okay. King's my guy.
Phil, you're going to be the royal magician and the royal assistant of the kingdom.
Okay. I'm not a magic type human in real life. Like I don't have any. I didn't put any points into intelligence, but if you want me to fulfill that role, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. And I will be filling in roles of the king and a character simply known as the Stranger. The Stranger is a powerful nomadic swordsman and the chosen one,
Yes.
as doth decreed by the signature weapon in this universe.
Oh, okay, it's like a magic weapon that everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Okay. So you're like you're the hero.
Is it a gun?
Psh,
I gotta know because I'm kind of like head of security here.
no.
Okay.
Um,
Proceed.
So the world has been invaded by a sinister dark force that is able to easily travel through realms and all of space and time. Their goal is unknown, but you believe that the answers lie within a suspicious organization that few know about, and even fewer know of their motives. You awaken to find that you've been kept in a state of suspended animation for the past year, but memory of all your prior adventures immediately return to you. You decide to search for your king to figure out what your next move is. But then you find yourself in the middle of an invasion by the dark forces.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
whack. During the invasion, you find yourself fighting toe-to-toe with one of the members of the mysterious organization. He's known as Demix.
Demix.
The battle was hard
There's
fought.
so many guys. There's so many guys.
Oh, Though the battle was hard fought, Demix is mortally wounded, and you reigned victorious. This is
Okay.
Demix. This is Demix talking.
Eat shit, Demix.
He's like, no way. Demix cries as he begins to materialize into dust. This is the Stranger.
Goodbye.
Anyone else from the organization who'd like to be next?
Who says that?
The Stranger.
Oh, that's you.
The organization those are the bad
The bad boys.
one?
Yeah, those are the bad ones.
Okay. Got it.
Well, would any of them like to be next? Because I'm not in the organization. I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
It doesn't appear that anyone else is coming next.
Okay. We did it.
Following the battle, you turn to see none other than your king, who has appeared mysteriously on the battlefield.
What's up?
Bernie.
Listen, we took care of him. I'm your guy. I told you. I knew I could do it.
Aha! I found you.
My lord. My liege. Or my majesty. Your majesty. I only wish to perform curative spells on you.
That is why you are my royal assistant and magician.
I am your physician. I will look at your balls anytime you have a question.
Indeed. But until then, it seems you have lots of friends to help. The king pauses to watch your response.
Yeah, I'm here with the...
Lots of friends?
How many people do you want to look at your balls? How many of my friends do you want? Do you want us all to take a look down there and make sure everything's okay?
No,
I think we're getting off track, magician. I think something is wrong. Someone's in peril. We gotta get. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Yes, my balls are fine, but it seems we should all pull together and finish this battle for good.
Knew it.
Yeah, it's just that one time you had asked me if I could take a look just because you thought that something was maybe amiss, but
Oh, yes, I have cancer.
Okay, what happened? I'm actually curious now.
It's fine. Everything was fine. I'm actually having a flashback to when I was a nursing assistant and this old guy insisted I look at his balls because he thought he had something wrong. And I assure you there was nothing wrong, and I just looked at this old guy's balls for no reason.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird thing for a magician to do.
I mean, doctors are basically magicians, so anyway.
Okay.
Which I wasn't a doctor, I was a nurse. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Nice protecting your true identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the horizon, you see a mechanized hostile known as a Watcher observing you.
The fuck? What the fuck? I thought I was.
What?
I didn't. I thought I've never seen a machine before.
Yeah. What even is a machine?
What is that?
I mean, I know we had invented pulleys earlier, but I didn't know they had gotten to this level where there was like mechs basically.
Yeah, I've heard the word machine, but I never really knew what it was.
Yeah.
But now, this is kind of striking me as a machine.
It's weird that we wrote like speculative fiction about this not too long ago, didn't we? Where it was like, what if there was
you
like...
and me, we spent a couple nights going over notes. And
sometimes the physician, the royal physician, and the captain of the Knights Guard will collaborate on novels and stuff.
They're just regular guys.
We were literally just writing. It was called Goddom, Mobile Suit Goddom. It was this really cool series. But anyway, that looks like one of those things we made up, but now it's real.
Interesting.
Doth not the work of magic?
Who was that?
Well, in our book, it was the work of science, but this appears to be magic. Yes.
Hey, if any science significantly advanced, there's some quote about magic.
Science is evil, and also magic is evil too. And that's
My captain, I know not of the science you speak of.
Well, that looks like some science up there.
Yeah. Should we?
The Watcher then fires a projectile at the mountain.
The mountain?
The impact of the mountain that towers over.
Twilight Town.
The impact of the projectile... Yes. The impact of the projectile blows a boulder loose that is quickly propelled towards the king.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I send all my guys to make a... like kind of a World War Z kind of like zombie like wall of guys.
I was gonna say, well, could I just cast like a force field?
Well,
no, it's too fast.
Oh,
right. I send my guys.
This like isn't D&D, so I'm not sure what I can do, but like, you know, well, is the king about
that comes into your mind?
What am I allowed to do? Okay,
it's improv, dude.
Okay, I casted a force field.
The boulder crashes through the force field as if it's some sort of magical plot-breaking boulder.
An anti-magic boulder, yes.
The captain of the Royal Knights, men are all knocked down, and in a split-second decision, decides to push the king out of the way. The captain is struck by this boulder,
No.
and his body is thrown into the mountainside. He's killed on impact.
Okay.
Hey, my man was the greatest Secret Service agent of all time.
Captain! No!
No!
The others quickly gather around the captain's body. Captain?
My co-writing, my co-author. Why could you do this, you idiot? We had to finish the Mobile Suit Gundam manga. It was going to be adapted into an anime.
This is not happening.
Never publish our fan fiction. And then I die.
This is not happening. It can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
The king clenches his fist. They'll pay for this. The king throws off his cloak and draws his sword.
Hell yeah, King, you're looking badass as hell with your sword out. Good going.
Yes, my ass is round.
The sword really makes your ass pop is the thing. It's because you're holding a phallic object, it makes your other features... somehow when you hold a phallic object, it makes your butt pop.
Yes, that is why I have these jewels hanging from my sword.
Ah, yes. The family... those are the family jewels, am I right? You know.
Nuts.
I know you guys got a lot of family jewel swapping going on in that whole royal family thing, you know?
Yes, we are quite open-minded.
Yeah, man. I don't judge. You have a hot cousin.
Anyway, let us avenge our comrade.
Oh yeah, our friend just died. Our friend just died.
That's me.
He's dead now, Mike.
Why do I feel like you wrote my entire improv plot storyline? I feel like you wrote me out of this.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna come back, right? Anyway.
Yeah. The three warriors then embark on a journey to avenge their fallen comrade or whatever.
Me and the king. And then who?
The stranger.
The stranger. Yeah, me, the king, the stranger. Yeah. All right, cool. So, man, I've never played an RPG where the king is a character. That's kind of cool.
And
are you supposed to be guessing what game this is?
End scene.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that aspect of it.
And now, what can you guys know what game that was?
That was I don't know. What is that? Morrowind? I've never played Morrowind. It's like weirdly, I don't know. It's like almost similar to the plot of Oblivion or something, but
yeah, it's like a fantasy. It's a fantasy game. It's almost like the last fantasy.
It was it the I forget what it was called, but was it the prequel to the game Big Bumpin', released by Burger King?
Sneaking?
I never really played.
No.
I mean, you're saying it's the last fantasy. It sounds like a Final Fantasy. I mean, you know.
But there's also like some sort of Magic Kingdom involved.
Hogwarts.
Twilight Town.
What's that? Jack Skellington or some shit?
It says the final level of Super Mario World.
It was that was a scene from Kingdom Hearts 2.
I mean, okay, I was yeah. I honestly I was close with the Jack Skellington
home
then.
Right now is just like shaking their phones, like so mad.
I was close with the Jack Skellington then, but
yeah, that was a scene where Goofy appears to be killed.
Oh god.
Oh, dude. You context clue because you sent that GIF earlier of Goofy humping the guy.
Oh, yeah. The stranger.
I love Goofy.
I get it now.
Gorge.
Phil, you were Donald Duck, and Mike, you were Goofy, and
you were
King was Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. So wait, in Kingdom Hearts 2, No, you never get to play as Mickey, right?
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2.
Me either.
I only played the first one.
I only played the first one also.
I didn't.
I got it the year it came out, and I, like many games, have never beaten it. But
Nice.
I think I got to the end of the world, which I always thought was really cool how they called the last world in the game the end of the world. Thought that was clever.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's kind of scary. That's kind of a little too much for me.
Kingdom Hearts is just fucked up in general. I mean, there's a podcast called like, what's it called? It's like something lore, and they have they go through like all the Kingdom Hearts lore and stuff and like try to explain the story. And I'm not gonna lie, I know people basically say that it's like total bullshit and nonsense and none of it makes sense, it's all convoluted, but there is something about it that I really like. Like it I don't know, like it's really created its own mythology successfully, I think. And even though I'm sure some of it literally doesn't make sense and is, you know, it's like incomprehensible, like why you would write something like this. But to me, it's like I really like the whole concept they have of like they have this weird like the way that Dark Souls has like their when they come up with what makes up their reality in a way, like they're like, okay, so there's souls, there was darkness, and then there was light, and then that brought despair or whatever, so then that created souls, and then eventually all the game mechanics came from all that stuff. But like Kingdom Hearts kind of has like a similar thing where it's like with hearts though. It's not souls, it's Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been called Kingdom Souls.
Yeah.
Could have been called Heart Souls.
Heart Souls. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, and I think if you looked deeply enough, and maybe we'll do an episode on this someday, but pretty sure Kingdom Hearts is maybe like as deep as Dark Souls, maybe deeper.
Yeah, I would probably say deeper.
Yeah, but seriously, like
I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing that happens in Dark Souls. No clue. Flies right over my head.
Oh man, I mean, what, you don't watch Vati video?
Excuse me?
You swing a sword and it go kill.
Look, I've been playing Dark Souls for 6 years now, and I've witnessed the sadness of these Dark Souls characters, and I've decided to record over 6 million hours of YouTube footage about it.
I wanted to mention real quick, I was trying to build some background into this scenario, the Kingdom Hearts one. Like, I was trying to make sense of what happened before and after this scene. And I found a video that was all of Kingdom Hearts 2.5's cutscenes.
Is that 2.5? Is that the game
It's like,
itself
I think it's
plus more? Or is that like...
How many freaking games
I believe
are
it's a
there?
remaster.
Okay.
But I think it was perhaps the longest YouTube video I've ever seen at 14 hours.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
I
I
like...
couldn't believe it.
It's like... You want to like feel bad for Kingdom Hearts fans because it's like, man, you guys have the craziest thing to like have to convince yourself it makes sense. But like at the same time, I don't feel bad for them because they get so much content. Like there's so many Kingdom Hearts games,
Right?
and they don't leave really anything. Like there's no loose ends. I mean, I might be wrong about this because I don't know. Like, I'm not a Kingdom Hearts aficionado, but, like, it's almost like, all right, it's like, this plot doesn't make any sense. What the fuck's going on? And then they, like, actually go through the pains of coming up with reasons for stuff, you know?
No, totally.
So, like, they're not really left disappointed. It did seem like people were really disappointed with Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think that was just because there wasn't Final Fantasy characters in it.
I didn't play it, but I was like looking shit up when it came out, and it appeared like they didn't have any Final Fantasy references in it, which is stupid.
Was there literally none?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. So none of us played Kingdom Hearts 3?
nah.
Oh,
I've only played the first one and the Game Boy Advance one.
Yeah, Chain of Memories or something.
Yeah, that game was pretty cool.
I never played it.
It's kind of like Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh, yeah.
It had like a card-based combat thing.
Yeah, I really like Mega Man Battle Network, but I never got through one.
Yeah, me neither. I played 2.
It's like, I really want there to be like, I don't know, something more compelling about the Mega Man universe, especially the Battle Network universe, but also like Mega Man overall. Like I mean, those games have never really been about story, but they tried to bring story in with like the Mega Man X series and stuff. They like actually tried to start constructing a narrative, and it seems like a lot of nonsense, but I like the Mega Man aesthetic so much that I'll just pretend it's deeper than it is or something, you know? Like, I'll try to do some kind of like leftist analysis of the Mega Man Battle Network and like, this is how technology and the internet is distorting people's worldviews or some shit like that.
You should do a Let's Play series where you just like narrate your own story.
Yeah, like I like apply.
You like voice all the characters and the enemies, and
It's like when you're 10.
I'm like, this is just like when Trump tweets. It like when Friar Man takes over the server, man, that's just like when Trump tweets. Like, you know, it's the same shit. He's got a big old furnace for a face, or a fryer for a face, and he's just dropping raw chicken in there, and grease is flying out of it and burning the people, the American people. And that's the kind of the metaphor that Mega Man Battle Network is trying to give us. It's about the dangers of tweeting. And also the dangers of the dark web and the kind of pedophiles you can run into on there.
So it's kind of like it's like Wreck-It Ralph 2, but Mega Man. And it's like dark and edgy too.
what happened in Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Ralph breaks the internet.
Fucking Ralph. Throw Ralph in jail, dude.
Does he have a huge ass?
No, but he has a huge heart. I didn't see it.
What's the villain from Mega Man? Dr. Wily, right?
I know he's a villain. I can't say I know very much about the universe.
Yeah. The X series, like, gets a little heady, I think, like, in its own... I think it gets a little bit up its own ass. But that's a discussion for another time. When we do our Mega Man episode...
Should we start doing themed episodes?
Although I will say, not to, I literally just tried to close the Mega Man chapter, but Mega Man Legends fucking rules, and I actually like I like the story of that game.
I only rented Mega Man 64 when I was like 6, and then I like immediately got lost in like the first like intro part and returned it.
Yeah, I did that too. Well, so Mega Man 64 is actually the same game. It was called Mega Man Legends on PlayStation 1, and it was on N64. They called it Mega Man 64. I don't know why they chose two different titles, but it is literally the same game. But I think the N64 version actually came out 4 years after Mega Man Legends for the PS1.
The hell?
So I actually never played Legends. I had 64, but it's literally the same game. Take the mic away from me, man. Don't let me talk about Mega Man Legends no more. What else do we have? What else do we have on the docket here?
So, Mike, what's the worst written game you've played?
Oh no.
What do you think the worst written game you played is?
I was dreading this moment.
I think Mega Man Legends is the worst written game I've ever played.
Sounds like you're really into it.
Well, I'll think about it, but you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I need to think about it.
Do you want me to go to first?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, why don't you take a crack at this?
All right. So, I couldn't think of anything, but I can only think of I could only think of the worst written game I've played recently, and that would have to be the infamous Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah. Let's fucking get into it, man. Let's just dive in. What the fuck is going on with this shit?
Poor writing. That isn't to say the writing's bad on all accounts. No, it's definitely good at times, but it's not fulfilling. I feel like most of these scenes, there's a sense of like backwards progression in the game, which I think is very rare in games. Even most games with poor writing make it feel like you're moving forward, but Cyberpunk is just like the whole premise is that your character is going to fucking die in like a couple weeks, so you're only inching towards that as you play it, and it's just like you're playing these side quests like, oh, let's race some cars, or like, oh, like help me, I got a cybernetic penis and it's malfunctioning. Can you take me to the doctor? And it's just like, I got like a week to live, but yeah, sure, let's do this. And then like you finish these quests and like it's over. You know, that whole story arc, that little thing is done. There's no.
Is the framing device that you have a week to live?
Yeah, basically.
How the
You have a week
fuck?
before Keanu Reeves overwrites your consciousness.
I don't think it straight up says that you have a week.
No,
think
not a
it's
week,
like-
a couple weeks. Vic says you have a couple weeks, maybe more.
Yeah, they're like, we did all we could. We don't know how long it's going to be, but it's going to happen.
Huh.
It doesn't give you
Okay.
it leaves it very ambiguous. I guess enough so you can like go around and like.
Well, he literally says a couple weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, I would immediately flip out, and anyone asking me to give them a ride somewhere would get fucking chewed out, man. I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. I don't care about your cybernetic penis. I don't care about any of you people. Yeah, I mean that kind of like sours the entire idea of a side quest to me,
Right.
which seems like what the game is kind of about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like not that it's about side quests. Obviously, it's about the main storyline, but like, you know, it's a big old RPG where you're supposed to be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I think introducing the plot with a "you don't have that long to live" kind of thing would immediately invalidate any decision I make to like fuck around and waste time and explore the world, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. And also this game just like never like it's never aware of itself. Like the world is never aware of what's going on.
Mhm.
And this is apparent in both like how your choices don't really amount to anything most of the time, if they're even acknowledged at all.
Yeah.
It's super weird how they presented the game and how it actually is.
Yeah.
All right. I'm coming at this from an outsider opinion because I haven't played Cyberpunk and I don't know a whole lot about it, but like the vibe I get is that it's like, yo, this is going to be like the most ambitious and successful sort of adaptation of a tabletop game into a video game.
Mm-hmm.
And what that implies is like this amount of freedom that in better hands, maybe it could have been done better, but like I don't know that video games are capable of giving the type of freedom that a tabletop game is intended to give, you know?
For sure.
And so it's
Then again, I think the Fallout franchise already did a better job
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I
long time ago.
I have to agree, like I'm not a huge Fallout fan either, but like yeah, like that translates for me. Like it makes sense and I'm sure
I'm not
like
super crazy on Fallout anymore either, but it seems like that was
it's about the closest you can get, right? Like
right. And I feel like that's kind of what they were maybe trying to like model their shit off of.
it was this I think it was like shooting too far and yeah, I don't know though, because I haven't played it, so I'm just fucking talking out my ass.
I think it's also I think we're easily beyond the point to like be sitting here like criticizing the gameplay or anything like that too much.
Yeah, I mean I can't
I think enough has been said about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I can't
I agree with Bernie on the writing.
Yeah, and that's actually the only thing that I really would care about in a way is like the gameplay. Like I would care about it if I was playing it, but like the shooting and the combat, etc.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is cool. I'm sure like I think like in a certain way like it seems like they kind of did good things and got stuff down as far as like the gameplay when it comes to like interacting with the world, but like you were saying, Bernie, with choices and how your choices affect what happens. Yeah, I guess just like I think story wise it just seems like it falls short. And
Yeah.
but the gameplay, from what I've heard, like it seems cool. Like I've heard about people being like, yeah, I was supposed to go kill this guy, and like I could have gone through this whole building and like done like a whole dungeon where I go through it and eventually get to the guy. But instead, I just like hacked into a fucking electrical unit in the thing and blew his head up somehow with like my cybernetics.
I mean, I wish there was more stuff like that. I don't know. Anyone else have any poorly written games?
Oh, other games. I almost want to talk about Cyberpunk a little bit more, just because we were planning an actual Cyberpunk tabletop session, like Among Us.
Oh yeah.
Connor was supposed to be a normal guest on this podcast, but so far he's not here. But anyway,
Elusive.
him and Alec was going to be the game master, and we call him the game master rather than the dungeon master because it's not Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, we did a whole character creation session. Like, we haven't actually started the game, but we did the character creation. I don't know if you guys have any experience with like the original Cyberpunk, but it's pretty fucking neat. Like, the character creation, we rolled for base. I feel like it's a choice you can make, actually, like how much stuff you want to roll for. But like, we rolled for just about everything, including race, like age, and everything. Like, so like, I'm like a 20. I think the maximum. It's kind of funny. The maximum age you can be is 28 in Cyberpunk.
Oh no!
But the reason for that, yeah.
Oh no!
I'm coming up on that very quick. But the reason
Still have a year left.
I can't play.
You have a year left.
No.
Wait. Is it you have to be 28 to play?
No. You can be as young as however. Okay, so actually no.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
The minimum age is 16. I think the maximum age is 28. The reason for that is because you roll whenever you're making your character, you roll for every year that you live since the age of 16. So, all right, my character was like 23 or something like that. So I didn't. And I mean, fucking, like, it's bad luck actually to roll 28 because, I mean, you have to roll for you roll for life events in your life. So when I'm 17, I had a girlfriend. She broke up with me.
And then all of that happens, and you end up on the streets. And then all of a sudden you're the best criminal in the city.
Yeah, and your best
best
friend's Jackie.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you take down a gigantic worldwide corporation real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing mattered.
But it's important that I am Chinese.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not. It doesn't matter at all.
All that matters is whether you have a penis or not.
And how big your penis is.
Even sometimes that even goes away in the end.
Well, I am a 22-year-old Chinese. What's the class where you're like a cybernetic warrior, basically?
Net runner.
I don't think I'm a net runner. I'm a what the fuck was it? It's like you're just a brute. Like, I think I just chose the brute character.
Yeah, I forgot.
I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I'm a big hung Chinese dude. I got a twin brother that has a weird obsession with me, and my parents are still alive, but I don't really talk to them, and blah 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 blah. Like, it goes so in depth, and I have a couple ex-girlfriends and like all this stuff.
But can you pick
Brag.
your PP size?
No, you can't.
Ooh, they got
In
him.
the fucking tabletop game, you don't have. There's no. Yeah, no, you can't. So what is that about?
Looks are everything in Night City.
Indeed. My favorite thing about that game is how you can put on a pair of like gym shorts and they're more powerful than like the heavy plated armor.
I'm sorry, but that shit is patronizing, dude. Like, come on.
I feel like a fucking god in my gym shorts,
There's
dude.
no
What are you
like. Why should I be able to control my dick size?
What, Phil?
I find it patronizing that you can control your dick size. Like, it's just like, hey, look, we're gonna give you all the freedom in the world, but it's like for stupid shit like that. Like,
Yeah, it's
like,
Wasn't even a lot of free. You couldn't even design what your dick looked like.
you can't like see it in the game either. So it's just like
Wow.
you can't even stick stuff in your urethra.
you I just like it's amazing to me. Like, I'm pretty sure the only reason they put that in the game is so that people would talk about it when the game came out. Like, it was just another marketing thing.
Of course, yeah.
That's all I heard about when it came out.
Everyone,
That's all I heard about.
everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, it was probably the first thing that I heard about. Like, hey, you can stick a pole into your penis and it turns into an antenna, and then you can fucking fly over the map and drop down into the final boss fight or whatever. Like, is there an ending to this game? Have you guys beaten it?
No spoiler. No spoiler.
Yeah, we can't spoil this. All right.
There's five endings, I think.
For Mike's sake, we won't. But like, I really want spoilers to the whole game. Like, I just want to know. I just want to know like what the story is and what it's potentially trying to say. So eventually, Mike, whenever you beat the game, like, I want us to come back and like actually analyze the plot of Cyberpunk.
Mike,
and, like,
Mike, do you care if I spoil the bad ending?
I don't want to know. Dude, if I know anything else that happens, I'm not going to continue to play this game.
I'm just saying there's 5 endings.
Yeah, don't go too far, Bernie.
No, I don't want to know anything. I'm so over like spoilers and shit. I just can't do it, dude.
Okay. Well, all I can say is
I'm sorry.
All I'm going to say is like I kind of like the bad ending more than the good ones.
No, dude, I told you to not say anything about it.
Defiance.
That's not anything though.
Deception.
I mean, that's just like yeah. What if, I mean, you might like the good ending better, so who knows? But
I feel like
maybe you'll get the dog UFO ending or whatever, where it actually is a dog that was in control of everything the whole time.
Yeah, I wish there was one of those.
The whole time it was a dog controlling Twilight Town.
That's one of my like missed gaming moments where I wish. Well, not only did I never beat Silent Hill 2, but I really wish that I had beaten Silent Hill 2 and accidentally gotten the dog ending.
Oh yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
I think.
Is there a dog ending in 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes.
I thought you never got the ending.
No, I didn't, but
You just know that.
I know about it. I know. Yeah.
Did you look that up or something?
Well, media showed me, but like
Media play.
Big media. Big media.
I think there are people out there that accidentally got that ending and didn't know that they were. I hope. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. But I hope
they pressed the open tray and they took the disc out and snapped the disc over their leg.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, think about it. Like, all right, here's the.
I thought I killed my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, here's
it was the Doge the
This
whole
is the sad
time.
reality that the dog ending of Silent Hill 2 exists, but it was only found through like game developer notes, you know? Or people found out about the dog ending because they accidentally got it by like doing certain things or whatever. I prefer the latter reality because I really wish that I was the person who, not knowing about that ending, accidentally got that and thought that that was the legitimate ending to Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's ever been a game where that's happened for me. A game with like multiple endings where I got like a weird one.
Not me. I don't think I've ever had anything like that.
I'm struggling to even think of games with multiple endings at the moment.
I can't even think of any games right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what game is.
I mean, I can't. You asked us earlier, like, what's the worst video game story, like the worst game with the worst story or whatever that you've played, and I'm like,
technically still the segment.
even having, yeah, it is. It is. I don't know. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think it's one of those things where like you kind of like block out the bad stuff. Like you don't. You know, you forget about it. You forget about the things that like make you unhappy.
Forget about it. New York guy.
There's no sense in remembering shitty games. That's why I'm never gonna think about Cyberpunk again.
Hey, worst written game that I played. Animal Crossing: New Horizons. What's the story in that? What am I doing?
Yeah, worst storyline. I mean, general, just bad plot structure.
Like, dude, I'm already fucking I'm paying rent in real life.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that though, because I was trying to get ideas for what the worst game I played or worst written game I played earlier, and there was an article that was like, top 10 games with worst story, and it was like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. or like Super Mario Brothers and stuff. And it's like, dude, like fucking the plot for Ruby and Sapphire is probably one of the coolest plots in a Pokemon game to me. Like,
Don't remember it, but Sapphire was dope.
Is it just because, okay, Ruby and Sapphire is the worst because before that they didn't try to write a story? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like, Team Rocket was just like, oh, we want to blow up the world or whatever. That's stupid. Ruby Sapphire, it was like Team Magma and Team Aqua or whatever. They wanted to use the legendary Pokemon, like Team Magma
to make
wanted to use Groudon
to desertify the Earth.
Yeah, they were like fucking up the weather,
like, what
right?
the fuck is that?
They wanted
about?
more land, but Team Aqua wanted to create more water.
Yeah.
Like they were both like insane environmental activists.
Dude, what if that was our like economic political struggle? Like,
that'd be insane.
Man, these people want land, we want water. We're trying to be on boats. Like, it is a really
warring factions of environmental terrorists.
Yeah, like, I mean, all right. So which one is capitalism? Which one's capitalism and which one's communism? Is it the one where you want all dry land, or is the one where you want all water? I feel like
it's land for sure.
Capitalism is land and communism is water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that makes, and I'm not gonna ascribe any kind of depth or meaning to the plot of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, but if we wanted to, I bet we could.
Yeah, I think that's a cool premise.
But I don't know. The thing though is that
I like duality.
Those are both completely nonsensical. Like, why the fuck would you ever ascribe to ideals like that? You know, concerning whether or not we live in a desert planet or a water planet. Like, that's just absurd to me. But then they don't really honestly really give a good reason for it.
Yeah, it's absurd, but again, like, what are we arguing about in IRL, right now?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the same shit.
I mean, literally,
like,
people
I don't even know.
People think Biden is secretly a communist, and like the Democrats they're trying to do communism. And it's like, you don't know what words mean. Yeah,
like, who do you think you are? Like a team, whatever.
Yeah, what do you like? Okay, all right. So, I think in people's heads, people really do think of the world as in Team Aqua and Team fucking Magma or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Team Aqua and what?
Magma.
Was it Magma?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so like
Team MAGA.
People misunderstand political concepts so much that they might as well be fucking arguing about Team Aqua and Team Magma. Like, it is that nonsensical, like the way people actually talk about it.
We just want to abuse our Pokemon.
Yeah.
We're let's just fight our Pokemon and hurt them. It's simple.
To the point where all just get along. Can we all just make our put our berries in the berry machine and make a new berry flavor?
Mm-hmm. Can I put a ribbon on my Litten and put them in a cute contest? Like, come on, guys.
The only thing that kind of messes up this metaphor that I'm trying to make is that in this reality, like, one of Team Aqua or Team Magma, one of them would have to represent capitalism and one of them would have to be like the dominant, like, ruling force over the world. But the weird thing is that in Ruby and Sapphire, it doesn't seem like either of those teams have power. It seems like they're both radical insurgent groups that are trying to, like, take over shit actively, but like neither of them actually have power. It's very strange.
Dude, it's like we're the Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh my god. And so when Obama gets 6 Pokemon and sends them to Iraq, they're like, us.
Just 6. I think what's ironic about Ruby and Sapphire, though, is that, like, it's not only are you supposed to assume that their goals are wrong, but what's wrong is they're, like, taking advantage of the legendary Pokemon to, like, reach their end goals.
For the stupidest end goals ever.
Yeah, it's just ironic considering you end up catching the legendary Pokemon and just using it to battle.
To fuck them up.
But I'm nice. I'm nice to them. I'm nice to them when I get them.
Feed them berries and then I make them take endless hits in the battle arena. They like it though.
I give them all these drugs. I give them like X speed and
X speed.
I would
teach them. I would like. What are the technical machines? Do you like clamp something onto their body and then they learn a new fighting move?
It's like Mavis Beacon. It's like a little computer. I don't know how they work.
It's like a Clockwork Orange. You like clip their eyelids open and
you know what?
They learn how to thunder strike.
And as we're talking about this, like the worst written stuff that I've ever experienced. I don't know. I think Pokemon might have a place there. Like, I don't know, just in general, like as a universe, like there's the animal abuse, commentary you can go on if you want with Pokemon, but like you
can say that about
there's a lot of
just a quick digression. You can say that about all of Nintendo's IP.
Sure, but about, I mean, Pokemon
Bomberman Max.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon specifically about animal fighting though, and like pitting animals against each other. Whereas like other Nintendo titles, you control the animal itself. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the internal logic or whatever the phrase I'm looking for here of Pokemon is easily one of the most ridiculous things I think that we've mainstream accepted. Think about it. I mean, like it's almost like they lean into it with Nurse Joy and stuff like that, where they're like, yeah, it's the same fucking lady in every town. Like, like
she's pretty.
Yeah, she's hot. Sorry, I started thinking about Nurse Joy and I lost my train of thought. I am thinking about Nurse Joy right now. But anyway, it's just Pokemon might be one of the worst worlds that has ever been conceived, and attempted to get people to take seriously in some way.
I guess it depends on where your morals lie, because like the more you think about just like creature capture games in general, they're all pretty fucked up in their own ways. Like, I mean, Shin Megami Tensei literally has you forming pacts with demons.
Yeah.
So you can kill God. Like, I'm not sure, like, a lot of spiritual people would be okay with that game, but that's kind of a fun
That doesn't mean it's poorly written,
though. It's spiritually
for
perfect me, though. Like, I don't really ascribe to any religion or anything, but I'm like massively interested in religion and like, not trying to sound like all intellectual or anything, but like I actually enjoy reading about that shit. And
yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. It's like learning, but you're like killing God.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna like pretend I learn anything while I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei, but the learning comes from when I look up what these demons are, where they're coming from, and they are actually coming from a legit anthropological source.
Except tattooed man.
Or what's like the dude in there's a monster, a demon in Persona 1 that's just called Hoodlum.
Or Hooligan.
I think it's in the one I have is he's Hoodlum, but yeah. He's a gangster.
Yeah.
They should have called him Tupac, cuz I mean, Tupac
that would have been cool.
He's kind of like a deity at this point.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they just they made a new race for just like icons.
Yeah, dude, like entertainment figures, like Marilyn Monroe, Tupac.
An Idol. Wait, is Idol already a race?
All right, wait. If we were the new developers of Shin Megami Tensei and we got to decide, all right, let's say
Michael Jackson.
Okay, sure. Like 6 demons. Let's go with 6. Okay, there's 6 demons in Shin Megami Tensei 5, which should be out this spring, right? There's 6 new demons in the game, and they are the entertainment family, or race rather. I'm gonna go ahead.
We're going around the circle.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out Tupac as one, and we said Marilyn. Well, I said Marilyn Monroe, so I don't know. I'm gonna throw out Tupac though as being one of the entertainment gods that you could summon or recruit in the new Shin Megami
Tensei. Sakurai.
Okay, that's pretty meta.
Have him.
It's meta because he's a game guy. But okay, I'll accept it if you want to. If you want to go with Sakurai.
Michael Jackson, because he has ties with Sega, and Sega owns Atlas, and he's also a very bad man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of duality there. I think. Yeah, I think Tupac and Michael Jackson are probably fair submissions. I don't know about Sakurai necessarily. I'm gonna go ahead and not take that submission seriously.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
But Mike, do you have one?
Rob Schneider. Can I have him to come back right now?
Wait.
Deuce Bigelow.
I hate that fucking guy. But you know what?
Yeah.
That is the kind of thing a Shin Megami Tensei game would do, though. Like, they'd be like, they would upset you like that. Like, where it's like, I don't know, if you think you know mythology, and then you play a Shin Megami Tensei game, you're like, oh, well, I don't know what the fuck that is. I gotta look up this reference or whatever. Like,
you're gonna get slapped with a gigolo.
Yeah, they would do some shit like that where they put in Rob Schneider.
And now that I think about it, I feel like none of these would have their actual names. They would just be like called one defining trait.
He would be called Bigelow, right?
I'm not sure. It would be more about his like general acting like career, like one of his prominent acting traits.
He would be called Adam Sandler's friend.
Adam Sandler. They should just call Adam Sandler Joker again, so that they have like another Joker.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know. I'm as the developer of the new Shin Megami Tensei game, I'm gonna veto this, and instead of Rob Schneider, it'll be just Sandler, and he'll be like a giant, and he will encompass all of Adam Sandler's friends that appear in his movies.
Okay.
And he'll be like not he won't be Adam Sandler himself, but he will be Adam Sandler encompassing Rob Schneider, and all of those other guys that tend to appear there.
I think
have like funny eyes, like Mr. Deeds guy.
They should be like Beatty.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, dude, Rob Schneider is really disgusting to me. I hate him.
I don't know why either. Like it's weird.
Yeah. I fucking hate that guy. No. Are you questioning?
It doesn't have good jokes.
Yeah.
He sucks. It's all just like, oh, am I not allowed to say that? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wait, were you questioning why you don't like Rob Schneider? Because it's not just because he has beady eyes. It's because his appearance reflects his personality. I don't know if this is like fascist to say something like this, but like Rob Schneider looks exactly how he acts. Like he's such a fucking
sleazy.
I don't know. Like there's something stinky. There is something stinky about Rob Schneider that I hate, and I feel like I can smell. I can smell him.
He's a pig rolling around in the shit.
I can smell him whenever I see him on screen.
Yeah,
and
it
smells bad.
It bothers.
It smells like butt mixed with like some sort of cologne.
It bothers me very greatly.
Socks.
I can't believe he got movies made around him. Like it blows my mind.
It's like
that he had a career.
It's like the locker room when like there's a bunch of stinky boys, and then it's like covered by Axe.
Oh yeah.
Then the whole place blows up.
Yes.
That's pretty
bad. That's Bernie, that's weirdly relatable. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but man, the kids had a field day with Axe in my gym class locker room in middle school.
It was just bad.
I think we did talk about Axe last time.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
I think we did.
So many carcinogens, man.
What is it about the podcast that makes us think of Axe?
I think we might have been talking about Axe body spray because of the Capitol building stuff or whatever, but yeah, that's old news at this point.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I trust him.
There was some there was cans of Axe found at the aftermath of the Capitol storm. Yeah.
Capitol Desert Storm.
Were they empty?
Improvised explosive devices. That's what they were.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably explode a bottle of Axe, a can of Axe rather.
For sure, man. If you stick like
I've seen it done.
Actually,
like a lighter to it.
In 7th grade, I'm pretty sure I like held a lighter up to a can of Axe several times, and you know.
Yeah, man, that shit was fun.
It's a mini flamethrower. I mean, there's no really other way to put it.
Insane, dude. It's like fucking. You know that scene in Watchmen where Rorschach's like trying to take down all the cops.
Mm-hmm.
He picks up a can of Axe and he flame throws them.
Yeah. Hey, you're 13 years old. You should spray a liter of this flammable liquid into your armpits.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you're welcome.
Because you smell. Puberty's happening to you. Your balls are starting to stink. Your armpits are starting to stink. You should spray a pound of toxic, flammable, disgusting smelling cologne into your armpits.
Hey, check this out. Phil's an anti-axer.
Yeah, he's
right.
Yeah.
People think I'm crazy.
The liberal media will lead you to believe that Axe is progressive.
It's fucked up because people think I'm anti-deodorant, but I'm just anti-Axe. Like, crust punks, they go around smelling like however they want. I'm against that shit.
Oh, let's get him.
I'm trying to give those people deodorant. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I don't really appreciate the whole crust punk smelling like shit thing, but I'm not gonna give them Axe. I'm gonna give them Armie Hammer Naturals, because Armie Hammer Naturals, they don't stain your white t-shirts, and actually crust punks don't wear white t-shirts, they wear black cutoffs. But either way, they don't stain your clothes. So Armie Hammer Naturals, I think that's a good way to like wean crust punks off of smelling like total shit and into like maybe smelling reasonable or whatever. Or I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't care how people smell, but like there is a certain point where it's like you have to maybe take a fucking shower, like try a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take command.
Yeah, dude.
When it's offensive,
you gotta rein that in.
Yeah.
Is Armie Hammer natural? What's the composition there? Is that a propylene glycol kind of deal?
Dude, I don't have it on hand, but like it is good stuff. Like it's I've been using it for I've been using Armie Hammer Naturals for years, and honestly it's the most palatable deodorant.
It's natural, huh? Is that an antiperspirant or is that a deodorant?
It is not an antiperspirant. It's a deodorant because the thing about antiperspirants is they're fucking.
It's full of that aluminum.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they're white, right? It's like a chalky white. This is like a clear gel, but it's not a clear gel. Like it's like a. There are those.
Oh, dude.
Remember the fucking like Play-Doh
gel deodorant?
Fuck that shit. All right,
that shit fell off, dude.
Whenever you would it was like remember, you know how like the Play-Doh salon thing, like you turn the crank and the Play-Doh comes out like hair?
Yeah.
That's like those deodorants or those
Yeah.
That
nasty shit.
Yeah, I mean it's okay, but like no one liked it because like no I didn't like it. Like it was cold on your armpit, and that was the problem.
Yeah,
it was really cold.
Like wet.
Right in the morning.
It would just like it leaves marks on your shirt that make it look like you've been sweating.
Oh yeah, it's way more of a mess. It's definitely way more of a mess.
I feel like it kind of burned too.
I don't know if it burned, but
I get burned by everything sometimes. I'm sensitive.
I was using
skin.
some crazy shit back then, dude. I sweated like a freaking pig back then, dude. I sweated like a dog back then.
Hey guys, what if instead of Armie Hammer?
Oh, canceled.
Yeah, you guys see this?
What's he do?
He's a vampire.
Yeah, I can't picture what he looks like at all. I just picture
He sucks the blood.
People are canceling him for being a cannibal.
He eats guys?
No, he eats girls. But no, he like
skimmed through. I don't know if I've seen an Armie Hammer movie.
Wasn't he Thor? No.
Hold on. I'm looking.
That's other guy.
It's Chris Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two Chris's. One of them's Captain America and the other one's Thor.
Who's Armie Hammer?
Armie Hammer he was in Dreamland. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
This is a fucking hard left turn from deodorant talk, but it's all good. We can keep going with this. This is good.
No one answered my question.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a fucking...
I said yes, I think.
Okay. Sorry.
Wait, he was in Sorry to Bother You? What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's a cannibal. But
He harassed a bunch of people on the Instagram and wants to suck girls' blood and stuff. So I'm not
He's
sure.
like, can I eat? Can I eat you? Or are you trying to die and have me cook you?
Sounds like he's like that German cannibal guy that wants a consensual
I don't know.
cannibalism.
It's to me it sounds
That sounds nuts, dude.
It sounds like
he's pretty high profile to be doing that kind of shit.
cannibalism allegations, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think here's how I see it. Like, I think he's just like
he's like DMing from his like Armie Hammer official.
No, he had a secret.
The company's website.
He had a secret Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know.
One.
It seems like he's just.
It was called Arm and Hand Eater.
Arm and Hand Job. Arm and Hand Jobmer. I don't know. But no, it seems like he's just a corny guy. Like, he's like, man, these chicks will find it really hot if I tell them I want to eat them, and like, I don't know, like it's
That's
just
so
like
corny, dude. What a dork.
Yeah, dude. It's like, come on, like he's just trying to do dirty talk or whatever, which I'm not good at. I don't know. I can't do it. Like, I can't be like,
come on, hit us with one of your dirty lines.
All right. I'm gonna be like, I'm talking to a girl, right? I'm like texting her, and we're getting horny for each other, but we can't bang right now because it's like Corona and stuff, you know. I'm like, man, I'll see you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like,
sorry.
When April 2021 comes along, hold on, fuck, this is so hard. All right, yeah, I got this. All right. I'm like, April 2021. I'm gonna cut a couple of cuts into your neck so that you have like gills and you can breathe underwater, and then we're gonna go dive into my in-ground pool and have like 0G sex. And that's the kind of stuff I say to girls, but the kind of stuff this guy's saying to girls is like, I'm gonna bite your neck and I'm gonna chop you up into little pieces and eat you. I'm gonna chase you down. And it's like, okay, like, I don't believe you, you know? If I was one of the girls talking to this guy, I don't really believe what you're saying. And it's like, I know it's like,
are you trying to scam me, or because I don't think you're actually gonna do this?
Right. It's like you're trying to be cute, you know? He's trying to be cute, and like, it's not, obviously. It's not cute, but because cannibalism isn't cute, rape, blood, and violence, according to this Wikipedia page, isn't cute. But
pretty annoying.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, like, can you stop? But like, I don't know. Like, did this guy actually do anything, or did he just like say a bunch of dumb shit?
It seemed like he did a bunch of non-consensual stuff and
okay,
multiple allegations of it or whatever.
Well,
I don't know. I skimmed through the article.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, Armie Hammer, I literally do not care what happens to you. You could be wrongfully accused and dropped into a pit of spikes, and I don't really care. Seems like you might as well just drop out of reality here, because it seems like you failed. It seems like you failed at being a human being, and you might as well just leave.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, Armie Hammer, big fan. Never seen one of your movies, but
big fan.
I'm not sure who you are, but yeah, see ya at class.
I feel like I was like weirdly defensive of this guy. Like, I tried to defend him, but then I was also like, he could also just drop dead, and I don't care. It's okay if he gets killed by a giant boulder, much like Goofy in our intro, you know?
Yeah, when Goofy fucking dies.
Yeah, when Goofy fucking gets smashed by a fucking rock.
Armie Hammer could go out the same way.
If Armie Hammer goes out for a jog tomorrow and a giant rock falls on him and splatters him into 1,000 pieces, that's life.
A fucking watcher just shoots into the mountainside and fucking boulder flies towards him, and Goofy tries to push him out of the way, but Goofy doesn't make it, so Armie Hammer gets fucking pummeled by this giant fucking rock.
Yeah, and the most like
thrown into a mountainside and slams.
Yeah, and it's like really gruesome, because like some of his limbs are falling off as he's going through the whole thing. Yeah.
all the bones in his body like shatter instantly and splinter inside of him,
Yeah.
and just like blood splatters
Yeah.
all over.
And he's one of his eyeballs are hanging out of his head, and he's still alive. And he's like, I didn't do the things they said I did. I just wanted to act in the Lone Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah, but instead he's just like, I did, because he starts like coughing up
Right,
blood,
yeah,
and
'cause
then
a
his
lot
like
of his-
teeth are falling out.
A lot of his body is destroyed at that point. Yeah. He was married to a.
You're unrecognizable.
His name is Armie Hammer. Come on, fuck off with that bullshit.
The fuck is an army?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just one man, dude.
Well, his grandfather was named Armand Hammer, and he went, "I'm Armie." Come on, dude. But this
His
dude,
actual name is Armand
yeah, after his grandfather,
Douglas.
Armand Hammer.
I thought you were joking. His name is literally Armand Hammer.
Yeah.
Jesus
That
Christ.
sucks.
We made so many jokes about that too already.
Yeah.
We have to cut the whole segment.
his real
We're gonna have
name.
to cut
It's-
the whole bit.
No, it's his real. I mean, we only started talking about this because we were talking about Arm & Hammer deodorant.
Right. That's a segue.
But this is
Yeah, and I just wanted to add, I'm using, it's called Art of Sport, and the scent is Rise. That's currently what I'm on right now.
I'm just gonna say we've been I think we should move on to like our last segment here,
yeah, absolutely.
which I'd like to refer to as Co-Talk at You, which is
Go
a
talk at
segment.
you.
It's gonna
Bless
be
you.
This is going to be a segment where I find a article on Kotaku, the best gaming site, in my opinion. They have a lot of good topics on there, of good community.
Kotaku fucking owns.
I fucking love Kotaku.
Kotaku kind of fucking rocks my world.
This article is bringing a bit of sass, isn't it? It's a bit of a shit talking article.
Yeah, Zach Swisen. I respect that you're writing for Kotaku. He is a writer living in. He's written for Game Critics, US Gamer, Killscreen, and Entertainment Fuse. And he basically just read a New York Times article and then wrote an article based on an article.
Where does he live? You kind of cut out there. What was his address?
Oh, it's 4442 Beat Ass Gamer Loser Street.
Twilight Town, Universe, USA.
Yeah, Twilight
Nice.
Twilight Town.
Endless references. Shouts out Nomura.
Yeah.
We
But-
can just slap that if that doesn't hit very well.
Can I read the title of the article?
Yeah, Phil, go ahead and read the title there.
The New York Times is worried that kids are playing video games too much during the pandemic.
Who is that?
Yeah,
Who
that
said
was
that?
very concerned parent. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And tell me about it. You know, my kid, I can see it now when I have kids.
My stupid ass 7-year-old kid is playing that fucking Roblox too much. He's like making him dumb. I feel like he's not going to be able to do long division next year.
Like, he's spending
Dude.
too much time making games in Roblox and not enough time. What do kids do? He's not spending enough time outside.
Right. So I mean, yeah, you had your kids, or I mean, like back in the day, man, like kids would come up to my door and be like, "Hey, Phil, would you like to come play outside?" And I'd be like, "No, I have to play Final Fantasy 12."
Sure.
And
No.
but like, yeah, you know, you don't want to go play outside. I wanted to play video games, but now, you know, it's a different thing because now your kids can't go play with their friends. They have to play Roblox, or you know, they have to find. What the fuck do these people expect? Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we talk about how fucking close to the TV these kids are sitting in this picture?
Oh yeah, they're playing PS1.
Yeah. I wanted to take a moment to describe the image we're looking at here. It's two kids wearing seemingly the same shirt. I don't know what game that is. It looks like it might be a Turok or something.
There's two dinosaurs that look like they're about to fist fight.
Oh, is that Primal Rage, maybe?
You think?
I don't know.
Oh, dude,
I don't know.
I am about to.
It looks like a fighting game.
I'm gonna like do some deep zooming in here because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a fighting game, dude.
It is very clear that this photo was taken in like 1998.
I wanted to point out that there's a copy of the X-Files game in the back there too, and there's a box that says Mike. So Mike, were you?
Oh shit, I see it. Yeah.
Is that you?
Dude, yeah, dude, that's an old pencil case. You remember those?
Were you a child model?
No, that's your old pencil case.
I didn't. I had a PS1. I didn't have the big version, so that couldn't be me.
Wow.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. This whole room is just crawling with tech. So.
I know this is pretty cyberpunk. Anyway,
Ooh, can you check out that? Is that a VHS sleeve that's just like smashed?
We can't keep talking about this image that people
Smashed
can't see.
into the VCR there.
No one can see this.
It'll be the image for the
We'll put
episode.
a link in the Patreon.
It'll be like the cover photo for the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll here. Let me actually get the URL for this, and I'll read it out here. Okay, it's HTTPS. What's that called? :/i.kinja-img.com/gawker. Okay, never mind.
All right. Well, anyway, read the article.
Yeah, I'm
Get
just
on
gonna
with it, dude.
I'm just gonna read the first paragraph here. I think. Yesterday, the New York Times ran a story that focused on how kids are spending too much time playing video games and using their phones during the COVID pandemic.
Those bastards.
Today, the story was on the front page of the paper. This seems strange considering how the world is falling apart and democracy is dying in front of our eyes. But yeah, sure, let's consider that kids might be playing too much Roblox. Loads
on.
gun.
But yeah, sure.
He proceeds to go on to say that experts, quote unquote. Let me read this verbatim because there's some grammar issues going on here. The article quoted some experts and presented a lot of scary numbers about screen time. That's a sentence.
Bro.
That's a sentence. Hey, Zach, like there's spell check now, my dude. Like they'll underline grammar mistakes now, but
yeah, I think there's a green squiggly line for that.
right. I'm not sure. I mean, hey, he's getting money though, whatever. And I don't think do they have any actual statistics in here? How much time are kids? Here we go.
Okay, I also want to point out that he says video games and the internet have helped people, kids and adults, stay connected and sane during this terrible time, which I would like to see him back that up.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I'm gonna go fucking psycho, dude, looking at Twitter.
I don't know. We like to think that, right? Like lockdown happened, right? Animal Crossing came out, and it was like, oh, this is how we simulate social life. But no, because Animal Crossing is actually more about isolation.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it is. I mean, you can go to your friend's island, but you don't live. I mean, you can't really go to your friend's island. You can go to your friend's island with limited capabilities. Whatever. I mean, even if you had those capabilities, what would it really mean? It's about the voice chat, man. Like, I come to Bernie's island. I'm like, hey, Bernie, take me to the coolest spot on your island. And that's how you really hang out. That's how you alleviate the mental illness of lockdown, you know?
That's what the New York Times doesn't really quite grasp a hold of.
Yeah,
article this guy is criticizing in his article.
Yeah, I think you know, obviously like none of us are parents, so I mean, what do we fucking know? But I think like I'm not gonna. I mean, my parents didn't really like limit my game time growing up, and honestly, that didn't. I play way more games now than I did as a kid. Mm-hmm. Like I would go outside as a kid, you know. I feel like if I were to look back on my like save files and shit from that era, I'd be surprised to see how little I'd played these games.
Yeah.
These RPGs I probably played for like maybe 20 hours or something. Like had so much more free time then too.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
not compared to right now, but what?
Well,
But
it's funny. I don't know. It's
I don't think
the next paragraph of this article seems kind of like he doesn't really have a point to what he's talking about. Did you read that?
okay. Which one? I'll read it. Give me the one. I'll read it.
It's after kids and adults staying sane and connected this terrible time.
The whole post is oddly bookended by a random small family that is currently struggling during the pandemic. Their son plays a lot of video games as a way to connect with friends. His father and mother are concerned about how much time he spends in front of the screen, but also know it's one of the few ways he has to safely socialize while COVID-19 runs wild across the world. This is a hard situation I imagine many parents around the globe are going through right now. But highlighting only kids and how much screen time they are using ignores that all of us, not just children and teens, are dealing with increased screen time and a lack of real human interaction. Instead, the article goes on and on about how potentially unhealthy and dangerous all this screen time could be for kids, how kids need to disconnect more, how kids are playing too much Roblox, in italics. Yeah, man.
So he's kind of going on to say, like, hey, listen, I play too many games too, and I use the internet too much too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard because, like, I in a way, I kind of agree with what this dude is saying. Like,
oh yeah, I'm totally
I'm on his
right,
side, but I think he's kind of flip-flopping around right now. He's kind of floundering.
If kids can't play outside, then, you know, don't be a fucking dickhead about how much video game or how online they are or whatever. Like, I don't know what the social climate was when I was 12 years old, but it didn't matter that there wasn't a pandemic outside. Like, I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds. There are kids that would have been spending time online anyway, whether or not COVID was going on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think that the New York Times article that this article is writing about is probably like reacting to that, which it's like, yo, this has been going on for a very long time. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it depends on what kind of kid you want to raise, man. Do you want it's stupid, like, thinking about, like, I don't want to have an indoor kid. I want to have an outdoor kid who plays sports and blah blah blah. Like,
it's like they're your pet.
Yeah, of course, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
But this is what happens. Like, I mean, I played sports as a kid, but it didn't... Whatever my parents might have tried to pressure me into did not deter me from playing video games as much as I possibly could. Mm-hmm. Like, I know this is, like, hard for a lot of parents, and like you said, we are not parents, so we don't know. But I'm pretty fucking sure that... I have nieces and nephews, like... They're either going to be weirdly obsessed with video games or not. It's fine. Like, there's no like circumstance, like mild circumstance that's going to turn your kid into a fucking otaku. Like it's some kind of horror story, you know? When you're a kid, you have all the free time in the world to get into whatever you want.
Plus, you're so open-minded.
Of course, yeah, you're impressionable. The fact that Final Fantasy VII and Cowboy Bebop are like two of the most, like, I'm a deep nerd. I'm into Final Fantasy VII and Cowboy Bebop. Like, those are my, like, philosophical, like, things that I'm into. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just,
I thought it was cool.
It's just like, there's an age where you experience things and it's like deep, man. Like, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's like it's narratives that you grew up with. It's the same as like when your parents watched movies and resonated with them or read books or something like that. It's no different than that.
And it's like, I think when you're a kid and you experience something like that, something so like unique, something unlike anything else you've seen, it almost feels like you're discovering something yourself. Like,
yeah.
And you kind of are, because you're actually working your way through it. In like this solo experience. Yeah.
I feel like my takeaway from this article is this is such a generalized, it's not a study, but it's just like when people talk about video games, that's as vague as talking about like any other form of media. Asking if kids are playing too many video games is like, wait, how old are they? What games are they playing? Like, are they playing like, I don't know, they playing like Dragon Quest? Or are they playing
apparently
like
Roblox?
Yeah, like
which is that shit's fucked up.
Okay, yeah. So are there games that are worse than others?
Right, like I think if you're playing if your kids are playing games like Call of Duty and they're getting like super irritated and like aggressive and shit, like it's probably not good that they're playing it like 4 hours a day.
Yeah,
and it's like creating an unstable mood with them. But like kids playing Roblox and Minecraft are like creating stuff.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like I would all right, so we are not parents, right? But if I had a kid, you think about like we are video game people and we don't have kids, but if you ever had a kid, how you might introduce video games to them or something. But like, yeah, like, think about if your kid was like a Call of Duty kid. That would suck. Like,
yeah, that's super hard.
Like,
yeah,
I would be basically like, is it too late to do abortion?
Jesus Christ.
No, yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I would just basically like not. I wouldn't be a bad enough dad where you get into Call of Duty, but like, like that kind of shit is it's not like I don't ever want to be like a gaming is bad person, but I really, really, really don't like the idea of kids that only play games like Call of Duty, because it's like I think there are kids that like discount all of video games other than those games, and I think that's like a little bit of a psychotic structure.
I think it like I said before, it depends on like what age you're talking, because like I don't know, I was basically that way when I was a teen. But
really, I mean, no, you weren't though, because like you had
nah, man, like I would say like probably around, I was basically an adult at that point, but like I was still a kid, but like when I was in like 9th grade and like all I was playing was like Halo and Call of Duty and like all those.
Right, but you had played other games before that, right?
Yeah, like I grew up playing like anything that wasn't rated M. Like my parents wouldn't buy me M games, so I played like all that shit.
Right, but I mean, you had played other games though, is the thing, and like the thing that bothers me is that there are kids who their first brush with video games is just Call of Duty or something like that, and it's really sad to me because I think it's a projection of a really sickening geopolitical situation.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but at the same time, like I feel like people are always going to be like that. Like we idealize like these people coming to a point where they start playing games like, I don't know, Dark Souls or whatever games we consider more like esoteric, but like at the same time I don't, because as time goes on, I'm starting to realize that I'm growing increasingly gatekeepy. I know that's like usually a negative thing.
What do you get? What are you gatekeeping?
I think as of late, I've been feeling gatekeepy about cyberpunk media in general.
Okay.
Just because Cyberpunk 2077 came out.
Yeah, that's incredibly frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, like when a bunch of just like people jumping on the bandwagon join in on a thing you've been like into for such a long time. It's annoying.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
I know it's super immature, but like,
you mean like,
dude, I saw an article today that was Cyberpunk 2077 is the best game of this year, and I didn't even play it. And that was the
title of the article.
It was someone who was like, I'm not a gamer, and this is my favorite game of the year just because of everything everyone said about it.
Because it's inclusive, right? Is it saying like it's my favorite because it's like the most inclusive game? Is that like kind of the
No,
direction?
it was saying it was their favorite because like basically just because it was such a shit show and everyone talked about it. So they got to like live vicariously through gamers. Like being not being a gamer, they got to be one.
I mean,
because of how bad it was.
It was a very funny end of the year game event, you know?
I just felt like it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird clickbait. That's why I was upset.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
what,
I mean to just
it was just the headline.
To pretend that there's anything like revolutionary happening within gaming, that's not happening. I mean, there are no mainstream games that are really challenging the way we think, I don't think.
Maybe Death Stranding.
I mean,
was the last game to be like that.
Yeah, I mean,
it was the first Strand game. So
the only recent game that I've encountered that actually tackles politics in any way is like Disco Elysium. I know I've talked to you guys about that game before. I know neither of you have played it, but it like it's very fair. It's very fair, and I like that game a lot. And Disco Elysium,
is it balanced?
It's fairly balanced, but in the sense that
fairly balanced.
Yeah, I mean, you can be a race science theorist if you want in that game.
I'm good. I'm good.
Why? Why are you good?
I'm good.
Why though?
Well, I'll tell you why I'm good, because I just picked up a game. I think it looks pretty promising on Steam here.
What's it called?
Tell us a little
are you
about
guys
that.
interested in this at all?
Can you tell me? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So this game came out December 21st of last year. Developed by Cyberframe Studios, published by Koopa Studios and Critical Bliss.
Critical Bliss.
The title. Futa Fix, Dick, Dine, and Dash.
What?
Dude, I actually know what you're talking about.
You see, I was looking on Steam here, and I was looking through the top sellers as you do, and it's like, what's this? Seems interesting. And first screenshot, I knew it had my money. It's literally a picture of a voluptuous Fuda woman jerking her hog on the screen. And I was quite amazed that I was able to reach a screen without an age gate. I can only imagine this game is going to be on here for another decade at least.
Well, is it good or is it bad?
Yeah, did you get it or what?
It has my seal of approval.
Is it on your wish list?
It's in my library.
Oh, so you got it. You did get it.
Yeah, it's past the wish list. It has
Let
been
me
wished
tell
for.
you,
And the wish
allow me to tell you, it is up to the brim in sexual content, nudity, hentai, and not safe for work material.
It's a game you can
maybe even a little mature.
It's a game you can masturbate to.
Oh my! Well, I can't speak for that.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you spend a certain amount of time around a character, they're basically like a real person.
All right, just to be clear, I did not buy this game, and I am utterly shocked. I was being honest there. I'm shocked that there is no age gate and there's literally pictures of penises.
I think
in the
feel like
screenshots.
You bastards!
It's like I
don't
can't.
Know oh no. Okay, I came across this. When I was looking for indie horror games to stream the other night, and I took off all the filters, dude. I took off the filters because I'm an unfiltered kind of guy. And then that showed up in the.
I didn't know they could show nudity in the screenshots.
Yeah, they show a big old dick and balls in there.
There's like full penetration in some of these.
Jesus Christ.
Oh well, I only watched one of them. So
Steam's like
Steam's like
unbuttoning the top button.
Guys, I have to fuck.
Bro, we have 2 more hours of this.
Oh fuck.
We've recorded a lot, TBH.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking? You think we can wrapping up?
Do we have
Yeah.
any
Wrapping up.
closing?
We're gonna wrap up the food ding. Anyone have any closing remarks? Anyone want to drop any plugs?
Well, you know what? It turns out that video games don't really reflect real life. And